Have you ever experienced something strange? You're going about your day and out of nowhere you glance at the clock. It's 11:11. You brush it off, thinking it's just a coincidence. But then, a few hours later, you spot it again. 11:11 on a billboard. You check your phone and there it is again. 11:11. Is this just an accident, or is there something deeper at play here? What if these repeated numbers are more than random occurrences? What if they are signs, signals from the universe, or even messages from your higher self? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the mysterious world of number synchronicities. We'll explore the science that explains these phenomena, uncover hidden meanings behind these numbers, and show you how to tap into their power to unlock your true potential. Where these numbers may not just be a coincidence. They could be guiding you towards something bigger, something more aligned with your life's true purpose. We'll uncover ancient wisdom, dive into the power of the subconscious mind, and explore the possibility of a universal consciousness connecting us all. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand these mysterious occurrences, but also learn how to use them to transform your life. Stick around for a powerful exercise that will help you decode the hidden messages that these numbers are trying to send you. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Welcome to Mindful Risers, where we dive into the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. If you're ready to unlock the mysteries of the universe and tap into your true potential, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and become part of this exciting journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Together, we'll explore the secrets that lie beneath the surface, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of life, consciousness, and the patterns that shape our world. Now, let's talk about something intriguing, something that many of you might have experienced but may not fully understand: number synchronicities. Before we dive into their deeper meanings, let's first define what we're actually talking about. Recurring numbers, or number synchronicities, refer to the repeated appearance of specific numbers or number sequences in your everyday life. It's not just a random coincidence that you're seeing them. These occurrences carry with them a sense of significance, like the universe is trying to grab your attention. You've likely noticed these numbers before. Maybe it's 1111, appearing on clocks or in random places like billboards, receipts, or even license plates. You might even spot a number like 222 or 444 popping up more frequently than usual. Some people experience synchronicities with their birth date, their anniversary, or other numbers that are personally meaningful to them. It's almost as though the universe is trying to tell you something. But what? The frequency of these occurrences can vary from person to person. For some, it might be a rare, fleeting experience, a single glance at the clock at 11:11 and suddenly it becomes reality. For some, it might be the first time they've heard an alarm. For others, it becomes an almost constant theme, a subtle but persistent reminder that there's something more, something deeper going on beneath the surface of reality. These encounters can range from mildly intriguing to deeply profound, often leaving us with a sense of awe or wonder, and sometimes even a bit of unease. Before we explore the esoteric and spiritual interpretations of number synchronicities, it's important to first acknowledge the role of psychology in all of this. Our minds are incredibly powerful and often shape the way we experience reality. One of the most important psychological concepts to understand here is apophenia, the tendency to perceive meaningful connections and patterns in random data. You see, our brains are wired to seek order and meaning in the chaos of the world. We're constantly searching for patterns in everything we encounter, from the world around us to the thoughts in our minds. This instinct to find meaning is a survival mechanism. It helps us navigate a complex world, giving us context and understanding. But sometimes, This leads us to see patterns where none actually exist. We may connect seemingly unrelated events and find significance in coincidences. For instance, if you're focusing on the number 11, you might suddenly start noticing it more often throughout your day. This is a classic case of confirmation bias, where we selectively pay attention to information that aligns with our existing beliefs. Our minds, once primed to recognize a specific number, become hyper aware of its presence. This effect is amplified by something called the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon, also known as the frequency illusion. Once you start paying attention to a particular number, concept, or word, you suddenly begin noticing it everywhere. It's like you've tuned your brain to a specific frequency, and now the universe seems to be sending you endless reminders of that number. You might not even realize it, but your brain has shifted its focus to highlight that number in your environment. And just like that, it seems to appear with surprising frequency. But is it really the numbers showing up more, or are you simply more attuned to noticing it? While psychology provides us with insights into how our brains process these patterns, the true mystery behind number synchronicities goes beyond simple cognitive processes. Across cultures and throughout history, specific numbers have been ascribed symbolic meanings, often carrying deeper spiritual significance. Let's take numerology as an example. In numerology, every number is believed to carry its own unique vibration and energy. This ancient system of thought ascribes particular meanings to each number, based on its characteristics and spiritual qualities. For instance, the number 7 is considered sacred in many spiritual traditions. It is often associated with mysticism, spiritual growth, and enlightenment. Many cultures view 7 as a deeply spiritual number. Whether it's the 7 days of creation in the Bible, the 7 chakras in Eastern philosophies, or the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Similarly, the number 11 holds a special place in numerology. This number is often considered a master number, one of the most powerful in numerology. It is linked to intuition, awakening, and the ability to tap into a higher state of consciousness. When 1111 appears, many people see it as a symbol of spiritual alignment or a wake-up call, urging you to pay attention to the messages of the universe. But these numbers aren't just about individual interpretations. They are woven into the very fabric of reality and carry collective wisdom. In ancient civilizations, numbers were often used to encode mystical knowledge, passed down through the generations to guide humanity on its journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. But what if these recurring numbers are more than just a reflection of psychological processes or ancient wisdom? Could there be a more profound explanation? Could these numbers be messages from a higher power, from our subconscious minds, or even from the universe itself? Many people who experience number synchronicities report that these encounters often occur at pivotal moments in their lives. Moments when they are at a crossroads or undergoing a significant shift in their personal growth. It's as though the numbers are showing up at exactly the right time, offering guidance, reassurance, or a gentle nudge toward the path they are meant to take. For some, these synchronicities act as a sign that they are on the right track, that they are aligning with their higher self and their life purpose. These numbers could be urging you to pay closer attention to the choices you make, the thoughts you think, and the emotions you experience. After all, every number, every vibration, carries a frequency, and that frequency resonates with the energy you are putting out into the world. Now, let's take a deeper dive into how you can harness the power of these synchronicities to enhance your life and unlock your inner potential. Understanding the messages behind these numbers is only the first step. The next step is learning how to work with these numbers, using them as tools for personal transformation. In the next section of this video, we will explore how to consciously engage with the numbers that appear in your life. How can you interpret these numbers and integrate their messages into your daily practice? What actions can you take to align with the energy these numbers represent? And most importantly, how can you use these insights to manifest your desires and elevate your consciousness? Stay tuned because we'll be diving into all of this and more. We'll also be sharing a powerful exercise that will help you tap into the energy of these numbers and start decoding the hidden messages the universe is trying to send your way. This is a journey you don't want to miss. Trust me, your higher self is calling, and these numbers are the key to unlocking the door. To meet your request for a script of over 8,000 words while keeping the content engaging, insightful, and crisply delivered, I'll expand on the ideas and break down the information more deeply. Here's an enhanced version of your script with added depth, keeping the flow and intrigue intact. Have you ever noticed something strange happening in your life? A random number keeps showing up on your clock, in your surroundings, even in the pages of a book you're reading. Could it be a coincidence? Or could there be something deeper going on? Something beyond the ordinary, trying to get your attention? Number synchronicities are not just fleeting coincidences. They could be messages from your higher self, the universe, or even a deeper part of your subconscious. In this video, we're about to take a deep dive into the fascinating world of number synchronicities. Also, together we'll explore the science and spirituality behind these occurrences, uncovering the hidden meanings and offering you ways to harness their energy for personal growth. From ancient wisdom to modern interpretations, we'll uncover the many layers of what these numbers might be telling you and how you can use them to unlock your inner power. Let's start by considering how cultural beliefs influence our perception of these mystical numbers. Every culture has its own set of sacred, lucky, or meaningful numbers, which can significantly shape how we interpret repeated number occurrences. Take the number 8, for instance, especially prominent in Chinese culture, where it is associated with wealth and prosperity. If you grew up in such a culture, the repeated appearance of 8 in your life might catch your attention more than a number like 4, which in some Asian cultures symbolizes bad luck. If personal experiences also play a huge role in how we interpret number synchronicities, think about a number that holds a special place in your life. Maybe it's the number 7 because you had a life-changing experience when you were 7 years old, or perhaps the number 3 is meaningful because you met someone significant in your life when you were 3. Our minds are incredibly intuitive, and we often associate certain numbers with powerful personal memories or emotions. These personal connections can make some numbers stand out in our daily lives, and the more we notice them, the more significance we attach to them. These emotional associations can create a strong connection with certain numbers, making them more noticeable and unforgettable. For instance, if you associate the number 12 with a happy childhood memory, you'll likely find it more meaningful when you see it repeatedly in your life. Now, let's take a deep dive into the world of numerology, an ancient practice that explores the hidden meanings of numbers. Numerology teaches that numbers are more than just symbols. They carry vibrational energies that influence our thoughts, feelings, and even our destiny. In numerology, numbers are thought to hold particular spiritual significance and can offer guidance as we navigate life. When numbers repeatedly show up in your life, numerologists believe that they may be carrying a message from a higher source, helping you understand your life path, challenges, and opportunities for growth. For instance, the number 11 is often considered a master number in numerology. If this number keeps appearing to you, it might be a sign to trust your intuition and step into your personal power. Similarly, the number 22, another master number, suggests that you are being guided toward a significant purpose in life and encourages you to take bold action toward fulfilling it. By learning to decode these numbers, you can gain valuable insight into yourself, your life's direction, and the opportunities around you. However, it's essential to remember that numerology is subjective. The meaning of a particular number can vary from person to person, depending on their unique circumstances and life experiences. But numerology is just one way to interpret number synchronicities. Many spiritual traditions, especially in the modern world, connect these numbers to the concept of angel numbers. These angel numbers are believed to be messages from the divine, guiding us on our spiritual journey. Whether you believe in angels or not, these numbers can act as powerful reminders of our inner wisdom, offering support and encouragement during times of uncertainty. Here are a few examples of commonly known angel numbers and their meanings. This number is often associated with new beginnings and fresh starts. If you keep seeing 111, it might be a message to focus on your intentions and manifest your desires with clarity and confidence. Uther 222, a sign of balance, harmony, and alignment with the universe. This number reminds you to trust the process of life and know that everything is unfolding as it should. 33233, a message of encouragement and support from the ascended masters. If you're seeing this number, it's a sign that you're on the right path, and your guides are with you, offering their wisdom and protection. 444, this number signifies that you are surrounded by angels. It's a reminder that you're never alone and that divine protection is always with you, especially when facing challenges. 555, a powerful message of change and transformation. If you keep seeing 555, it's a sign that significant changes are coming your way, and you should embrace them with an open heart. These angel numbers serve as guides on our spiritual journey, but the true meaning of these numbers lies within you. Pay attention to your own intuition and how these numbers make you feel. The guidance they offer is often deeply personal, so trust what resonates with your heart and soul. But what about the deeper philosophical aspects of these number synchronicities? This brings us to the concept of synchronicity, a term coined by the famous psychologist Carl Jung. Synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences, events that appear random but are connected in ways that suggest a deeper, more profound meaning. Jung believed that these events were manifestations of the collective unconscious, and that they served as messages to help us understand ourselves and our place in the universe. When it comes to recurring numbers, synchronicities might not be direct messages, but rather subtle nudges from the universe, drawing our attention to certain aspects of our lives or guiding us toward a deeper understanding of who we are. For example, if you keep encountering the number 7, it might be a synchronicity encouraging you to deepen your spiritual practice, explore your intuition, or seek out wisdom from within. Now, on the other hand, if you notice the number 3 repeatedly, it might be a sign that it's time to embrace creativity, express yourself more authentically, or bring more joy and playfulness into your life. These synchronicities remind us that we are not isolated beings, but are connected to the universe on a much deeper level. The universe is always communicating with us, offering us signs, guidance, and opportunities for growth. By paying attention to these subtle messages, we can navigate our lives with greater intention and clarity. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how we can harness the power of number synchronicities in our own lives. The first step is to become aware. Start noticing when certain numbers appear, whether it's on your clock, in the number of messages you receive, or even in the pages of books you're reading. When you notice a recurring number, take a moment to pause and reflect on what's going on in your life at that time. Is there a decision you need to make, a challenge you're facing? Once you begin to notice these numbers, start to tune into your intuition and the feelings that arise when you encounter them. Trust your gut instincts and ask yourself what the number might be trying to tell you. Quote, it might be guiding you toward a new path, urging you to take a leap of faith, or simply reminding you that you are on the right track. As you begin to explore the significance of these synchronicities, you may also want to use them as tools for personal growth. For example, when you see a number like 1011, take it as an opportunity to reflect on your goals and intentions. Write them down, visualize them, and focus on manifesting them into reality. If you see 444, take a moment to breathe deeply, reconnect with your inner peace, and remind yourself that you are surrounded by support, both earthly and spiritual. The key is to stay open to the messages the universe is sending you and to use these synchronicities as a compass to guide you toward your highest potential. Remember, these numbers are not random. They are clues, breadcrumbs on the path to self discovery, and reminders that you are always supported on your journey. By embracing the power of number synchronicities, you can begin to unlock your full potential and align more deeply with your life's purpose. Stay present, stay mindful, and trust that the universe has your back. At the end of the day, it's not just about understanding the numbers. It's about understanding yourself. When you tap into the deeper meanings of the numbers that cross your path, you're unlocking a part of yourself that's been waiting to be discovered. The numbers are a reflection of your soul's journey, and by paying attention to them, you are embracing your own inner wisdom. To expand this section into a more detailed script while maintaining its engagement and quality, here's a revised version with a much longer and enriched structure. And while you're watching, this version expands on each point, adds depth, and keeps the reader's attention. One individual, let's call her Sarah, was continuously encountering the number 222. It seemed to pop up everywhere she looked, from license plates to clocks, even in her dreams. At first, she brushed it off as coincidence, but the more it happened, the more she felt an inexplicable pull towards something deeper. As she reflected on her life, she realized that 222 was connected to a deeper part of herself, a call to serve others. The number, with its vibrations of balance, harmony, and cooperation, resonated deeply with her inner desires. It was as if the universe was whispering to her, urging her to embrace her calling in the healing arts. And so, Sarah pursued her passion, training to become a counselor and healer, helping others find peace and balance in their lives. Another individual, James, was always seeing the number 1111, whether it was on a digital clock, a bus number, or on his receipts. It felt like the universe was trying to get his attention. For a long time, James had been stuck in a job he didn't enjoy. He felt unfulfilled, living day by day without a clear sense of purpose. But when 1111 appeared once again, it triggered a realization within him. He could no longer ignore the call to follow his passion for art. 1111, with its vibration of new beginnings and spiritual alignment, seemed to tell him it was time to break free from the mundane and embrace his creativity. He quit his corporate job and pursued his dream of becoming a full-time artist. It wasn't easy, but as James reflected on those repeated numbers, he realized they were the catalyst for the bold step he needed to take. Then there's Emma, a woman who had just experienced a devastating loss, the passing of her mother. She was overcome with grief, lost in the depths of sadness and longing. But as she navigated through her mourning, she began to notice the number 333 appearing everywhere, on her clock, in the time on her phone, even on house numbers. To her, the number 333 felt like a sign of support, a message from the spiritual realm that her mother's love was still with her. 333, known for its energies of protection, love, and encouragement, helped Emma find solace in knowing that her loved ones were still watching over her, guiding her through the hardest moments of her life. These personal stories serve as powerful examples of how recurring numbers can act as guiding forces, pushing us toward our greater purpose or offering comfort in times of hardship. They aren't just random occurrences, they are invitations to step deeper into the journey of self awareness, growth, and transformation. These numbers may seem coincidental to some, but for those who are attuned to their frequency, they offer profound insights into the human experience. While stories like Sarah's, James's, and Emma's are deeply personal, they reveal a universal truth that these number synchronicities can be more than mere coincidences. They can act as mirrors to our inner world, reflecting back the answers, encouragement, or clarity we need in our lives. However, we must also acknowledge that these experiences are subjective, deeply shaped by personal beliefs, past experiences, and emotional states. What one person sees as a divine message, another might interpret as a random fluke, influenced by cognitive biases. So, while guesswork may seem this way, for instance, some critics argue that recurring numbers are merely products of the brain's tendency to seek patterns, our innate ability to recognize familiar sequences. The human mind is wired to find meaning, even in random events. This phenomenon is known as the frequency illusion, where once we become aware of something, we start seeing it everywhere. It's why, after buying a new car, you suddenly start noticing that same model everywhere you go. This is the brain's way of reinforcing patterns it deems significant, even if they're purely coincidental. Confirmation bias also plays a role here. When we begin to notice a certain number repeatedly, we unconsciously filter out all instances where that number doesn't appear, and we only focus on the moments when it does. This makes it seem like the number is following us, when in reality, it's our mind that's drawing attention to it. Skeptics would argue that this is a natural psychological response, not necessarily a divine or supernatural occurrence. Yet, even with this understanding of cognitive biases, the experiences of individuals like Sarah, James, and Emma cannot be easily dismissed. These stories highlight the profound impact these numbers can have on people's lives. Whether the source of these encounters is external, internal, or a combination of both, the important thing is how these experiences shape and guide us. These numbers seem to speak directly to our subconscious minds, tapping into our deepest desires, fears, and hopes. So, how can we navigate these encounters with recurring numbers? It's essential to approach them with an open mind, but also with a healthy dose of critical thinking. While it's tempting to interpret every number as a sign from the universe, it's important not to get lost in overanalysis. These numbers might not always have profound meanings. Sometimes they are simply patterns our mind notices, but other times they might hold deep messages, urging us towards self discovery or helping us through difficult times. Instead of seeking external validation or predefined interpretations, I encourage you to look inward. Reflect on what these numbers mean to you personally. What emotions arise when you see them? What are you going through in that moment? Your experiences and feelings are the keys to understanding the messages these numbers bring. Consider journaling about your encounters with recurring numbers. Write down the time, place, your emotional state, and any insights that arise. Over time, you might begin to notice themes or patterns in your own life that align with the numbers you encounter. Meditation is another powerful tool for deepening your understanding of these experiences. In a quiet, calm space, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Ask for guidance from your higher self and pay attention to the sensations, thoughts, or images that arise. You might find that these numbers come to you in a more profound way during meditation, offering clarity or insights that you may not have considered in the busyness of daily life. Ultimately, the true meaning of recurring numbers lies within you. Whether you choose to see them as psychological phenomena, signs from the universe, or pure coincidence, what matters most is how these encounters inspire you. If they push you to be more mindful, to trust your inner guidance, or to explore new possibilities, then they fulfilled their purpose. As we continue to explore the mysteries of number synchronicities, remember to stay open to both the rational and the spiritual perspectives. The meaning behind these numbers is not a one size fits all answer. It's a deeply personal journey that each of us must embark on for ourselves. Whether these numbers represent divine messages, subconscious cues, or simply random patterns, they are part of our unique journey toward self discovery and alignment with our higher purpose. I encourage you to share your own experiences with recurring numbers in the comments below. How have these synchronicities impacted your life? What messages have you received, or what patterns have you noticed? Your insights may help others on their own journeys of exploration and growth. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Mindful Rise for more deep dives into the mysteries of the mind, the universe, and the hidden patterns that shape our reality. Join me as we continue to explore these fascinating topics and unlock the power within ourselves.